I think the other thing was it's up to a minute.
Yeah.
Like there was a time, if I would have gone over the minute, it would have been more money. Yeah. So we couldn't even let it play out the special.
Taylor Swift just shut down the internet again from 6 different angles. Strap in, Swifties, because Taylor didn't just make headlines, she steamrolled them. First up, she's been secretly filming a top-secret music video so locked down, even the crew couldn't hear the song. Yep, total blackout. No leaks, no hints, just Swift-level secrecy. Meanwhile, comedian Marc Maron practically offered up a kidney to license one of her tracks for his Netflix special. We're talking $50,000 for just 15 seconds of Taylor. That's not a music fee, that's a Swift tax.
I think it came out to $50K around.
And then there's Denise Welch, serving up that classic British mom shade, polite on the surface, but laced with just enough spice to make headlines. And yes, she did it live on TV.
Obviously, on pain of death, can I talk about that episode? But not being her mother-in-law is a role that I'm glad that I lost.
Meanwhile, Travis Kelce just debuted a fresh buzz cut and the internet is in full meltdown mode. Fans are split harder than that blue and black or white and gold dress, Team Buzzcat or bring back the curls. The debate is on.
How you doing?
Taylor Swift just broke the internet from every angle and she did it silently. Queen Taylor is back at it quietly, mysteriously, and oh so dramatically. Word on the street. Taylor just went full Beyoncé and filmed a top-secret music video in Los Angeles. And when we say secret, we mean Fort Knox meets Area 51. Not even the crew got to hear the song, just the beat. Imagine filming a music video like you're in a silent disco. Peak Taylor chaos. While we all thought she was living her cozy off-season wag life with Travis Kelce sipping matcha, dodging paps, and maybe learning the difference between a tight end and a touchdown, turns out she was on the West Coast cooking up another masterpiece. Insiders say this shoot was more locked down than a Marvel set. Swifties, who've been starved since the Tortured Poets department dropped over a year ago, are spiraling into full-blown conspiracy mode. X has basically become a digital Swiftie therapy group. One fan is screaming that we're getting a new album in August, while another is dead convinced we're about to get the first ever NFL X Eras Tour crossover. Others, they're decoding fan letters where Taylor allegedly spelled this with 12 I's. You heard that right, Swifties are out here counting vowels. And it's not just the fans. The industry feels the storm brewing. Joe Jonas and Shawn Mendes have both slammed the brakes on their own releases, possibly to avoid getting steamrolled by Taylor's incoming wave. Meanwhile, indie artist Billy Martin just called out the music industry's broken money machine and highlighted Taylor as the one rare artist actually getting paid. But wait, the Swift quake doesn't stop there. On the romance front, Travis Kelce just hard-launched their relationship on Instagram, flashing a suspicious ring and a lock screen that literally screams, "I'm hers." Engagement rumors. They're flying faster than a Mahomes spiral. Oh, and about the cost of that sweet Taylor magic. Marc Maron just dropped a truth bomb. It cost him $50,000 to license 15 seconds of Bigger Than the Whole Sky for his comedy special. That's right, $50K for 15 seconds. That's a house deposit, a year's rent in NYC, or, let's be real, a solid decade's worth of cat food. And just to spice things up even more, Denise Welch threw some classic British mum-level shade at Taylor on live TV. Polite, yes. Subtle. Barely. Spicy. Absolutely. Meanwhile, Travis Kelce's new buzzcat is causing internet whiplash. Fans are split harder than the dress debate, Team Buzz or Team Bring Back the Curls. Pick a side, people. And over in bridal chaos land, Selena Gomez's wedding plans are reportedly getting complicated. Why? Because having Taylor on the guest list basically turns it into a Met Gala with NFL-level security. Poor Selena just wanted to say I do without a red carpet rollout. So yeah, Taylor Swift didn't just break the internet, she shattered it. And she did it without saying a single word.
I think it came out to $50K around that. I did everything I could to get the joke in front of her. I know Jack Antonoff enough to text him, and he's the co-writer on that song. And I said, I don't know what's proper or how to do this, but we're running out of money on this thing. It's probably going to come out of my pocket.
So, Marc Maron was on a mission, one that involved a Swift song, a tight budget, and a Hail Mary text. Desperate to score just 15 seconds of Bigger Than the Whole Sky for his comedy special. Mark did what any broke but determined artist would do. He slid into Jack Antonoff's texts, because if you're gonna beg, you beg the musical BFF of Taylor Swift herself, right? Mark hit Jack with the digital equivalent of, "Bro, I'm poor. Help me out." But Jack, cool, collected, and loyal to the process, gave him a professional pat on the back and said, "Yeah, good luck with that, champ. No buddy pass, no backdoor hookup, just a swift redirect back to the cold, cruel world of music licensing bureaucracy." And get this, if Mark had dared to go even 1 second over the time limit, the fee would have ballooned like a bad Uber surge. But the real anxiety wasn't even the price tag. It was the haunting possibility that Taylor could have just said no, altogether. Imagine building your whole emotional climax around a song, only to have your dreams swiftly crushed. Mark practically had an existential crisis at the idea. Luckily, the licensing gods smiled on Taylor, gave the green light, probably while sipping an iced coffee and plotting her next cryptic album drop like a mastermind. Crisis averted. Meanwhile, across the pond, Taylor was busy brushing off British shade like lint on a Gucci blazer. Enter Denise Welch, aka Maddie Healy's mom, aka a one-woman passive-aggressive tea party. While sitting down on Watch What Happens Live, Denise dropped the kind of polite but spicy comment only a seasoned UK talk show vet could pull off. She tried to play it cute, but then came the zinger. She's so glad she dodged the whole mother-in-law to Taylor Swift situation. Translation: full side-eye, zero chill. Because what's more fun than throwing subtle shade at your son's ex, who just happens to be a billionaire pop queen with the business mind of a CEO and a fan base large enough to start a revolution? Taylor, of course, remained unbothered, probably ice skating somewhere in Montana, hard launching her romance with Travis Kelce, and quietly preparing to hijack the internet with her next drop. As one does.
Obviously, on pain of death, can I talk about that episode? But not being her mother-in-law is a role that I'm glad that I lost. Not that I have anything against her at all.
Okay.
It was just, it was tricky, but listen, you're not allowed to say anything, and then she writes a whole album,
The audience gasped. The internet blinked. Swifties clutched their pearls with one hand and sharpened their tweets with the other. But Taylor, oh no, sis didn't flinch. According to an insider, she finds the whole thing obnoxious, and honestly, same. But let's be clear, Taylor Swift isn't about to step into a verbal WWE ring over some mother-in-law level mess. This isn't her first rodeo with ex-related chaos. Her bling-can-do-missed-it fling with Maddie Healy was already a hot mess, from the Ice Spice controversy to the June breakup speedrun. Two fans basically ejecting her from the relationship like it was a mission-critical emergency. Now, enter Denise Welch, Maddie's mom, piping up on live TV about how hard it is to deal with Taylor's fans and the legacy of her ex-inspired music. It's giving tabloid buffet, and we're all reluctantly nibbling. But Taylor's sticking to her signature playbook, graceful, unbothered, and silent but not sleeping. She's too busy plotting global chart domination to clap back at someone who's not even in the liner notes. Still, if Denise keeps running her mouth, let's not forget, Taylor has lyrical sniper mode on standby. One track. That's all it takes. Meanwhile, Travis Kelce is over here making headlines in a totally different way, and, yep, it's about his hair. The NFL heartthrob just pulled a full Britney 2007 and buzzed it all off. That luscious tousled hot boy summer look, gone, left on the barbershop floor, like the broken dreams of fans fully invested in his curly king era. The fandom is divided. Some are here for the fresh fade, others are in full mourning. It's not just a haircut, it's a cultural event.
How you doing?
Travis Kelce just rolled into Chiefs training camp looking like a whole new man, and fans are feeling things. Some are high-key living for it, calling it a glope and welcoming his fade like it's a long-lost friend. One fan even claimed they knew something was up when Travis refused to take off his helmet. Another said he looks more manly now, as if 3 Super Bowl rings weren't manly enough before the haircut. But of course, not everyone's lighting a candle for the buzzcut era. Nope, some fans went into full mourning mode over the missing curls. We're talking crying emojis, dramatic TikToks, and tweets like he didn't bring the flow back. Honestly, you'd think someone canceled Christmas. Insiders say the chop was more about surviving training camp heat than launching a whole new image. Helmet plus summer sun plus thick mop. Not the move, but still it's giving main character energy. Travis didn't just cut his hair. He kicked off a fandom identity crisis. And speaking of main character energy, Billy Martin just hijacked the spotlight and went full savage on the entire music industry, while the rest of the biz is playing pretend with smoke and mirrors. Billy said the quiet part loud. The music industry is basically a reverse pyramid scheme, and unless your name is Taylor Swift, you're probably broke. She didn't mince words. She called it exactly what it is: burnout, emotional exhaustion, and financial ruin. Served with a side of royalty check crumbs, mid-tier artists like her are grinding non-stop, pouring in the work, and walking away with dust. And the irony. Billie just dropped her 5th studio album, dog-eared, recorded raw, stripped back, and fully indie vibes. No headphones, no overproduction, no auto-tuned fluff. Real artistry, real hustle. But album recoups. LOL. What are those? She's been touring non-stop, giving it her all, and still walking away with pockets emptier than a lifestyle influencer's skincare shelf. But Billie isn't asking for pity streams. She's flipping the bird to the algorithm-chasing grind, slamming the brakes, and choosing to actually feel the music again. Meanwhile, in Montecito, Selena Gomez is in full wedding panic mode. Why? Because her bestie is Taylor Swift. And that kind of fame doesn't RSVP quietly. Selena and Benny Blanco had everything lined up for their 2-day fairy tale wedding this September. Think candlelight vibes, soft string quartets, and maybe a dreamy slow dance to a reworked Love You Like a Love Song. But then bam, their ultra-private location got leaked faster than a Marvel script, and now the whole thing's turning into Mission Impossible Wedding Edition. Turns out, when Taylor and her NFL bae Travis Kelce are on the guest list, you don't get a cozy ceremony, you get a Met Gala with panic buttons. Sources say Selena's legit torn over whether to let guests keep their phones. On one hand, she wants everyone present, no TikToks mid-vows. On the other, she doesn't want the internet melting down over grainy photos of Taylor dancing with Martin Short before the cake's even been cut. Picture this: bouquet toss incoming, and the entire front row has iPhones pointed like sniper scopes. And it's not just Swifties causing the stress, this guest list is stacked. Meryl Streep might be there. Steve Martin, Martin Short. The entire Only Murders in the Building cast is basically turning this wedding into season 4. But couture. Selena wanted a Pinterest-perfect wedding. What she's getting: Coachella with better outfits. And probably a SWAT team. And that's a wrap for this video, folks. From Travis Buzzcott meltdown to music industry mic drops, to Selena's high-stakes aisle anxiety this week, chaos came in style. See you in the next one.